When the paper long and you taking long, you just don't get it. Hung the phone up on Say Tony, want a song with me. Hotter than Mississippi, the summer of the 1950s. In a van full of some white. Get pulled over for swerving like hi, officer. When he asked me why I was swerving, I'm swerve, officer.
I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Two teams will need their quarterbacks to step up and lead their offenses on the gridiron today. It's Bortles' Jaguars going up against Rodgers' Packers. With that, let's get you up to Green Bay, Wisconsin, where we welcome in our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
We are at the oldest continually operating stadium in the NFL as you get a look inside Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Green Bay Packers. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. They come out here in the eye. They'll run here. This is James Starks. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
This is going to sound a little strange, but that was a really nice effort because he broke a tackle and almost sprang free, but it still ended up with a loss of yardage. The defense won that battle.
To throw is Rodgers. He finds Randall Cobb with a completion. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
A run here for Starks. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Shift together here from the D-line. Rodgers to throw on second down. He completes it to Jordy Nelson.
Every time we talk with a defensive coordinator, they discuss taking away the best options an offense has going into a game. And I would think that Jordy Nelson would represent one of those options you need to take away. And what did he do against Chicago? Late in the game, it's on the line, and he goes big, 60-yard play on a 3rd and 11.
And what does a healthy Jordy Nelson do for this Packers offense?
He does everything for this Packers offense. Before, we always talked about his ability to stretch a team, stretch them deep. Now we're talking about his ability to do that and catch all the underneath stuff. Be that number 1 receiver that opens up the field for all the rest of them.
It's a gain of 17 that time, and it'll be a Green Bay first down.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
It's so important to establish the running game early in a contest because when you do that, that just opens your playbook so big for your offensive coordinator. And to be frank about it, they like calling pass plays better than they like calling running plays. And with the way that they're running it right now, that's going to open things up to do whatever they want through the air as this game goes on.
Play clock winding down. Rodgers going to throw. And Cook has it left side. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
They'll run a toss play to Michael. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Kristen Michael taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Packers take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. And it's good to make it 7-0 Packers. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. On first down, Bortles looking and finding Allen Hurns. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Bortles now on first down. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here. And here's a look at the starting offense. So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store. Bortles again here on 2nd and 10. And the catch made here by Marquise Lee. Week 15 for Marquise Lee. That was interesting. Held to 0 catches, but a 100-yard kick return, so he balanced it out okay.
Almost like he was back in college at USC because he did so many things for USC that way. Whether it's a kick return game, catching passes, he was a threat every time he touched the football. But how about the season he has been having as a receiver for Jacksonville? Leads him in receiving yards, which I think is a little bit of an upset. Most people thought it'd be Allen Robinson or Allen Hurns.
No gain on the play there. Second down. On second down, Ivory might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves them needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9. Throwing is Bortles, but he's got it to Hurns. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
Now a first carry for T.J. Yeldon. Alongside the former defensive back Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Jaguar football as we begin quarter number 2. They're on the march, but facing a 3rd down here. To throw is Bortles. That's caught at the 3. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. So the snap will come from the 3, but remember, they don't need the touchdown. They can get the first down if they get a yard, and the ball gets to the 2. They'll go with a big back, Yeldon. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And that will force a turnover on downs. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn it into a play action, and throw one deep.
Back near the goal line, here's Rodgers. Trying to get it to Cobb, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jonathan Cyprien. And they'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line. Jacksonville coming back out on offense. They made a coaching change shortly after their loss in Week 15, but let's look at what they have to build on going forward. This year, all is lost. As they go forward, what do they have to build on?
Well, I think you look at the defense to start off, okay? I think that they did a nice job in the draft. Remember last year, Jalen Ramsey was a top pick for them playing out in the corner. Miles Jack came in to help them. They got Dante Fowler back from injury. Then you flip it over and you say, okay, what's going to happen with the quarterback? Blake Bortles is the key to everything for a new coach. If they get things right with him, this team has a chance to get better in a hurry.
And partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Packers get set to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They come out here in the eye. They run again with Starks. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30. Telvin Smith that time there to make the play.
Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
It goes for a gain of 10, and it's a first down.
And fit's the exact right word. Over the middle, there's almost always traffic. So anytime you're a receiver in that area, you're not just focused on catching the football. You're wondering where the collision's going to come from, right? Because there's almost always someone there able to concentrate, catch it, and even added a little extra at the end with a short run.
Old-time Montgomery, he might have altered some fantasy football league playoff races with what he did in Week 15 on that blustery day in Chicago. 162 yards, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, not bad for a guy who was drafted to be a wide receiver. Played a little bit of running back at Stanford. About 220 pounds, is stronger and thicker than what people know. But here's the thing about him. Maybe Green Bay might start thinking about him as a long-term solution at the running back position when we thought he was just a stopgap here in 2016.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. Rodgers to throw on second down. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You circle the Pro Bowl? Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. That's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
Starks. He can't bring him down.
The weight room does work.
And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? Almost by name, right? That was a very tough sequence for the offensive line. But how about that defensive front? Creating a new line of scrimmage and creating a lost yardage possibility.
On second down, here's Rodgers. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it, Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. 3rd and 11, and some extra depth to the secondary here. They're in the dime. Here's Rodgers to throw. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
Now starts. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. And quickly they get to the line.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Now Rodgers. He's got time. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Jordy Nelson, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Packers have taken the lead.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. On the return, this is Denard Robinson. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Jaguars offense now heads back onto the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
So the incomplete pass brings up 2nd down. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Bortles. It's caught right side. It turns. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Throwing on first down is Bortles. This is caught by Hearns. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 6 on the play, and it'll make it 2nd down. And the offense moving quickly to the line. On 2nd down, here's Bortles. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. They come up in an offset eye. Now Bortles. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
And Myers able to knock it through, and they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So a field goal here. They're still down, but they put a dent into that lead before the break.
And that's got to feel good because now they've seen that they can put some more points on the board, and that gives them a whole second half to get back to where they want to be, and that's in the lead.
The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. got.
They'll begin the drive on the ground with Starks. They get 25 yards out of that one, and it'll give the Packers a first down.
All right, I got to be careful here. All right, he's on the plus side of 30. There may be a little gray in the beard, but that's not slowing down his speed as far as he's concerned.
What he's saying, I'm on the plus side of 30.
Well, if you're on the plus side of 30, you don't know what I'm on the plus side of. All I know is that run right there let us know there's still some life in those legs.
Absolutely, still got a lot of life left in those legs. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out come the Jaguars now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it's a second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
It's a loss of 2, now third down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. To throw is Bortles. And Robinson with a big catch. They convert on third with a gain of 22.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
10 yards on the pickup there, and that'll be good for a Jacksonville first down. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Bortles now on first down. Flush to his right. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
Bortles now on first down. And a quick throw here that's complete. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up first and goal.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
A fresh set of downs, and they're at the 1. First and goal. Power on power, but he's not going to get in. And after that play, we've got a man down, a member of the linebacking corps. And the medical staff will attend to it. Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. On the ground, Ivory. And he is going to lose yardage here. He lost 4 there, and it's third down.
All right, Brandon, you know me as well as anyone. You know I don't usually advocate abandoning things during a game, but here we're in the second half. I think it's time to change.
Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. T.J. Yeldon from 4 yards out. And once again, the Jaguars are back out in front. So on third and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Here's the Packers offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that down. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Caught left side by Cobb. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. And Cook has it left side. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And put a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for him.
And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
On the run, this is Michael. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
Second down and 4. They run again with Michael. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives them a new set of downs.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Back now at Lambeau. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. They come out here in the I. This is Starks. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
This will be the 8th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and inches. On the sneak, Rodgers.
I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it, move forward, and pick up the first down.
And as we say often, shows confidence in your offensive line. They'll toss it to Starks. And he's going to bring this one down to right about the 20-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. And the offense readies for play number 10 of this series. Now they'll throw with Rodgers. His throw caught at about the 5. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Randall Cobb, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Packers have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter. It's up and good to make it 21-17. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Here's Robinson. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard. Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
They'll give it up to Ivory. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Only a yard on the pickup, so a good situation on 2nd and 2. It's now 3rd and 1. And now they're in the hurry-up. They run with their short yardage man, Ivory. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. And, of course, the quarterback in this situation, he's realizing time is becoming a factor. Let's see if they can get some points on the board here late. On first down, this is Ivory. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. They give it to Ivory. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. Throwing his Bortles on 3rd down. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. A first down carry now for Yeldon. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
We're looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Shift together here from the D-line. They stay on the ground. Ivory again. And he'll lose yardage here. Going down back at the 28. He lost 2 there. And it's 3rd down. And they're going to speed things up here. They'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. He was looking to get it to Allen Hurns that time. And it's 4th down.
Well, that plays a statistic that's going to go on the defensive team stat sheet. Won't necessarily reflect in ours, right, the overall game sheet. But you and I know that they keep count on pressures, hits on quarterbacks, all those things, hoping to increase that throughout the game. And here we are in the 4th quarter, and they got a big one.
Yeah, it's such a close game, a very big one. His throw caught right around the 6. And they do get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Both. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Well, just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense. 1st and goal. Defense with their backs against the wall. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. And now the Packers going to take another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. This is turning into a bit of a death march here, the 13th play of this drive. defense working with a 2nd and goal now from the 3. They'll run with Ivory. Call it a gain of 2 as they're knocking on the door now. 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
They've gotten it to the 1. Can they get that final yard here on 3rd and goal? They come out here in the eye. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. He's back to throw, and he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds. So with next to nothing left on the clock, they get Charles what should be the game-winning touchdown catch.
That felt so much like practice and preparation coming together. So many times your last practice of the week, you score the game-winning touchdown. Everyone leaves the field feeling good about themselves. They got it done for real in this situation.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Here comes Montgomery now to return it. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. Look at the clock. Everyone knows the situation. Probably time here for one final play.
And we know what that play is going to be. It's got to be some sort of Hail Mary, throwing it towards the end zone and hoping someone can catch it or catch it off of a tip. Think back to 2015. Didn't we see Green Bay pull that off twice in the season? Once in the regular season, once in the playoffs. So stranger things have happened. It'd be interesting to see what the defense...
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However,